Hey everybody, welcome back to the Octave Music Center. Today we are doing something kind of cool. Rather than comparing tone woods or similar builds of separate brands, we are looking at the evolution of Norman guitars. So in my right hand here, I have the newest generation of the Norman B20. And in my left hand, I have the generation of Normans from the late 90s to the early 2000s. So about 20-year difference. The differences are kind of cool, and the tones are a little bit different and unique, which is really cool. So let's go age before beauty, but that doesn't really work because they're both beautiful guitars. So we'll start with the older Norman. So this generation of Norman guitars stems from, I believe it was 98 to 2003. I've seen multiple Normans with this rosette, as well as mahogany necks, and a bit of a wider heel cap. Now, those are the main differences between the modern and this one. The similarities stem in the solid spruce top, the three-way solid lamination of wild cherry, with a beautiful high gloss finish all around the body on this model, rosewood fingerboard and bridge, and Graphtec tusk saddle and nut. This model still has the 1.72-inch nut, which is a great hybrid width for chord strummers and finger stylists alike. The belly bridge that we have here is actually kind of shallow where the bridge pins come in, which gives you a bit of a nicer break angle off the saddle, which will increase your punchiness and your sustain. The tuning machines on this model are kind of just a generic late 90s, early 2000s chrome die cast, but they work quite nicely. They have a nice resistance to them. They're quite accurate. They're just kind of generic looking, but that's not a bad thing. They do the job, and they do the job very well. Now let's move on to the newer line of Normans. Fast forward 20 years, and now we have the newest generation of the Norman B20. This model loses its gloss back and sides, but keeps its gloss top. So you have solid spruce, three-way solid lamination of wild cherry with a beautiful satin sheen. The neck might look mahogany, but that's just a beautiful stain job on silverleaf maple. The tuning machines have been switched to these beautiful cream button vintage style open gear tuners, which I find help the neck vibrate freely. You still have your rosewood fingerboard bridge and neck heel cap, which is just a little bit smaller now. You still get that 1.72-inch nut, which is a beautiful size, and then your Graphtec saddle and nut. Now, if we take a look at the bridge, you can see it is a little bit bigger at the bottom of the bridge. The belly is a little bit thicker. You don't have as much of a break angle, but that's okay, because this guitar still has tons of punch and tons of tone. Now with the main differences out of the way, I'm going to do a test on each guitar. We're going to play the vintage Norman first, and then the modern Norman second. So without further ado, let's get into the meat and potatoes. have it, a 20-year-old Norman and the newer Normans. Which one did you like more? Please let me know down in the comments. If you liked what you saw, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I've been Greg from the Octave Music Center, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.